Hello and welcome to In the City, a podcast addressing the social issues in and around the city of Wolverhampton. I'm Charlotte Lem and today I'm going to be discussing the issue of homelessness. Today I'll be exploring how homelessness is being tackled in the city, considering the council's intentions and how local charities in the area are coming together to support those in their time of need. Where to begin? Homelessness has become a national issue over the last few years. The number of rough sleepers in the UK has increased by 134% since the Tories were in power. These figures are extremely shocking to a person like you or I, who may be listening to this podcast in the comfort of their own home. But these figures are real. I spoke to Ben Phillips. Ben was made homeless earlier this year due to individual circumstances. He shared his story with me.
I was made homeless about 6 months ago due to family circumstances. I was living at my family's house for a bit, couch surfing, but after a while they couldn't look after me anymore, so I was on the street for around 3 months.
So what happened when you were on the streets? Could you tell me a bit about that?
Very cold, no one to talk to, felt down and depressed.
When did things start to turn around for you, Ben?
I went to a charity organisation called the church. They took me in, looked after me, was able to get me a job and eventually get my own place. And now I'm paying everything that I need to pay.
Funding cutbacks to Wolverhampton Council has left many falling below the poverty line, leaving charities and voluntary organisations to pick up the pieces and help those sleeping rough. An example of this is Matt Lambert. Matt is the chair of the board of the church and the managing director of the Regen project. He has helped lots of people who are sleeping rough to get back on their feet. He set up the Regen project, which aims to help the homeless by putting a roof over their head and teaches them transferable skills that they are able to apply in the future. I spoke to Matt where he discussed homelessness in the city and what is being done to help those in need. Hi Matt. Do you think homelessness is a problem in Wolverhampton?
Yes, absolutely. The rough sleeping aspect of it, which people would have obviously noticed in recent times, has been quite prevalent, is literally just the tip of the iceberg. There's much more hidden homelessness that goes on behind the scenes, with sofa surfing, people staying with friends and family, and various other different options. It's probably not surprising that homelessness statistically is more or less doubled when funding for homelessness coming at a national level is halved.
So it'd be interesting to talk to you about your project. What was the inspiration behind it?
So in relation to the housing side of things, my wife and I were doing a Bible study and came to the conclusion that actually really developing a better start in life for them required them to have stable accommodation, and eventually managed to find a model that started in Peterborough in 2010 that was doing just that was getting churches involved in housing the homeless. So we started a franchise of that in the Black Country. When it came to the church shelter, people wanted to donate and give, and so we got a pilot up and running. It took us 6 weeks to get a 4-week pilot going with 20 beds, and the social enterprise came out of that because the shelter itself is first step provision. It's getting people off the streets into an environment where we can work with them, work out what their obstacles and barriers are to housing and employment and all those kind of issues, and then finding solutions that are tailor-made to them that will empower them to start on a journey that will get them back to independent living. Ultimately, as an organisation or a group of organisations, we want to make homelessness history across our city.
I think it's amazing what you're doing, thank you. It's quite clear to see the amount of pressure that's been put on charities and voluntary work in the city. This has led to many demanding a change in the council. The introduction of the Homeless Reduction Act in 2018 has led to the council refreshing their original strategy. The 2018 to the 2022 Homeless Prevention Strategy intends to deliver a prevention service to meet the Act, tackle rough sleeping with a plan on reducing the numbers to 0 or close to, ensuring all services remain accessible to vulnerable households, and responding to the local housing market by working with landlords. In addition, the council has also appointed 2 outreach workers who are appointed to work with individuals on the street. They will aim to get them into accommodation and claim benefits. Additionally, an in-reach worker will help rough sleepers in their own home and offer tenancy sustainment to reduce the risk of a loss of accommodation. Although this information will bring comfort to most, as it is clear that a new approach is being taken to reduce homelessness. However, it is important to remember that this issue will not go away without our support. So how can you help? There is a wide range of different charities working in the local area who are offering food and warmth to those on the streets. Can you give up some of your time? And always remember, although the voice of the homeless may be weak, together we are stronger.